Once upon a time, way back in 3150 BCE, during the reign of Pharaoh Menes, the world was a different place. Pyramids rose high into the desert sky, and the Nile flowed with the stories of gods and mortals alike. But amidst all the sand and grandeur, a new form of entertainment was about to emerge, one that would change the course of history. Cheerleading. It all started when Pharaoh Menes declared the first cheerleader event at the Grand Pyramid of Giza. The ancient Egyptians were buzzing with excitement, and they gathered in droves to witness this unprecedented spectacle. Among them was a spirited cheerleader named Horena, which meant the one who joys Horus. She was a lively, teenage squirrel, decked out in colorful feathers and sparkling jewels, ready to dazzle the crowd. She looks like her modern-day ancestor, Alexis, the greatest cheerful cheerleader squirrel. Horena's best friend, SpongeRa Amun Pants, named after the sun god Amun-Ra, was a cheerful sponge like his modern-day ancestor, SpongeBob SquarePants. Amun Pants bounced along with Horena. The only thing that makes SpongeBob and SpongeRa different is SpongeRa's tiny royal robe and a headband made of papyrus. Together, Horena and SpongeRa were the dynamic duo of cheer. Their cheer coach Amunabi, resembling Squidward tentacles but with features of a wise old man, was the Grand Visor, draped in a leopard skin robe and sporting a majestic gray beard. He was a bit cynical, but deep down, he adored his cheer squad. As the event commenced, Amunabi rode in on his horse bellowing,
"Bring out the ladies and Sponge or whatever!"
With that, the Horus cheer squad galloped onto the scene, led by Horena and SpongeRa. They formed the first ever cheerleader pyramid right in front of the Grand Pyramid, their spirits soaring as high as the structure itself. The crowd erupted in applause, even Pharaoh Menes couldn't help but clap along, caught up in the infectious joy of the moment. Fast forward to the 12th dynasty, around 1991 BCE, Pharaoh Amenemhat III, known for his kind heart and love for entertainment, summoned Horena, SpongeRa, and Amunabi to perform at the Temple of Horus. The trio dazzled the audience with their most epic cheer routines, filled with acrobatics and clever chants that made the gods themselves blush with delight. Amenemhat III was so impressed that he showered them with praise and prizes. The cheer squad was riding high on their newfound fame, becoming legends in their own right. But as history has shown, not all tales are filled with sunshine, laughter, rainbows and gods. Fast forward to the 19th dynasty, around 1279 BCE, enter Pharaoh Ramses II, a man with a heart as cold as the stones of the pyramids. Ramses was not a fan of joy or laughter, he thrived on power and control. One fateful day, he spotted Horena, SpongeRa, and Amunabi heading to a cheer tryout. His face turned as red as the desert sunset.
"This shall not happen in my kingdom. The gods shall banish them to the darkest fire pits of the underworld,"
he bellowed, summoning the largest army Egypt has ever seen. But the cheer squad wasn't about to back down. Amunabi rallied his team, and together they devised a plan. When Ramses and his army stormed onto the scene, ready to crush the joy, Horena and SpongeRa led a cheer that echoed through the sands. They danced, they twirled, and chanted with all their might. With teamwork and a sprinkle of ancient magic, they turned Ramses' army into a cheering crowd.
"Let's hear it for the dynamic duo of Horena and Sponge Ramen Pants!"
Amunabi shouted in victory, and the soldiers, now filled with the spirit of joy, dropped to their knees, cheering for the cheerleaders. Ramses, realizing the power of laughter and joy, felt the weight of his own mistakes.
"No! This is how it's supposed to be,"
he said, kneeling before Horena and SpongeRa, finally understanding that joy was meant to be shared, not suppressed. As time marched on, the tales of Horena, SpongeRa, and Amunabi were immortalized in paintings and drawings, depicting them performing for the gods and people. The young pharaoh, Tutankhamun, in awe of their talent, once proclaimed, "I have never seen a squirrel and a sponge so skilled in all of my life. For our gods may bless them, the three have proven themselves, for they are the greatest, even after ancient Egypt is gone." And so, the legacy of cheerleading was firmly planted in the sands of time, a reminder that joy and laughter have the power to conquer even the darkest of hearts. The ancient world may have faded, but the spirit of Horena, SpongeRa Moon Pants, and Amunabi lived on in every cheer and every clap, echoing through the ages as a testament to the power of teamwork, friendship, and unyielding joy.